Welcome back to Tempting Fate Tours. John and I took some time to talk about it, and given the importance, in our view, of maintaining the black and yellow California plates, we decided I'd take one more trip out to California and get the car registered.
Hey, this is John, with a little bit of background on black and gold plates. It's for our non-US, non-California, non-license plate fetishist viewers. Unlike many other states, California plates stay with the car. That's like the UK, where, of course, every car keeps its registration number for life. In 1963, California did a huge reset on its license plates, which had been issued every year, on a new design of plate, black background, gold letters. But instead of issuing a new plate every year, you got a little plastic sticker to put in the corner to indicate that you had current registration for the year on that car. In 1970, they adopted blue and gold plates. By 1980, they'd run out again, and they added a 1 in front of 3 letters, 3 numbers. They kept running that series, and at the moment, they're at number 9, prefixing that. A car with its original 3-letter, 3-number black and gold plate has probably been in California for its whole life, and I'm not sure if it really adds value to the car, but it definitely adds cool points. In 2015, the California regulators issued what they called a gold on black legacy plate design. But these are not the original series of numbers. They are not 3 letters, 3 numbers. You cannot request that particular format. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk on California black and gold license plates. This is John.
I got up bright and early and drove to the California Highway Patrol for our inspection appointment. It was a 2.5-mile drive, and that is by far the longest a car had traveled in 5 decades. I got there an hour early because I did not want to have a 1955 Traveler that had not been on the road in something like 60 years, 55 years, in LA traffic, bumper to bumper. So rather than take a chance, we got there early, and I sat around just enjoying looking at the car, seeing it out on the road, and being a car again. The CHP inspector was nice enough in that he noted that the car had been registered originally on its engine number. So he noted the car number and filled out the form in such a way that the DMV would properly register the car with the car number instead of the engine number. From the California Highway Patrol, I went directly to the Department of Motor Vehicles and was able to get the car registered. Surprisingly, the lines weren't terribly bad. I didn't have to wait very long. Contrary to all the bad DMV jokes there are out there, everybody I dealt with one notable exception, was super helpful, super friendly, and I had a great experience, surprisingly enough. Although they thought they were going to be able to directly assign the black plates to the car, it apparently isn't that simple. So it all got mailed off to Sacramento, and I got a set of brand new white California plates. The holes don't fit the new plates, but we were legal, the car was ready to go, and all the paperwork had been submitted. So hopefully we'll be able to be touring around Europe on the proper black plates, which, if nothing else, will definitely look the part. With the time I had left, I was able to move the driver's seat back an inch.
You can see there are actually 4 bosses there, which isn't much. But then now I've got these plates reversed and should be able to bolt her down.
Which in a car this small makes a surprisingly big difference. With the remainder of the afternoon left over to kill before I had to go fly home, I decided to do everything I could to avoid our becoming a real-live Lucas joke. So I swapped out every single bullet connector I could find. We were one bad moment away from a really ugly short.
It's a heck of a lot easier if you're not doing it one-handed, but
thankfully there's not a lot of wiring in a 1955 Morse minor, and I was able to swap that out. And in addition, the horns were nice and loud.
Ooh, that's the horn.
A major improvement from where we had started. And then I folded the rear seat down.
Have to see where we can redeem these.
and was playing a game of cargo Tetris to try and fit everything that we had into the back of the car so that it would all come back with us. Things seemed to be really going in our favor as I called the shipper to let them know the car was definitely ready to be picked up, and they informed me that they had a truck in the area that day. And the truck showed up that evening, and they went to open the tailgate for the trailer, and it wouldn't open. Someone had left a wire loose that no one could see had fallen behind the batteries. But that's all right. JD can meet them. He knows how to start the car. Everything should be fine. Nothing terribly complicated. Was in the air when I received a text. Hey, I can't get this thing to start. And no amount of troubleshooting via text helped. That's all right. Morse Travelers are light cars. In the end, they ended up pushing the car onto the trailer. Thankfully, I watched and waited as the car made it across the country. And when it showed up, I thought to myself, well, this should be something silly. But nothing I did could get this car to start. Let's pull out the old trusty compression tester. And sure as could be, number 1 and number 2 cylinder were at 60. 3 was 125. And then number 4 was at 0. I have no idea what happened to cause this. It was at this moment that I knew that all of the very many things that I had put on a list of things that would get done when the car got back home prior to our trip to Europe went out the window, and we would need to get the head off of the engine, get it out to the machine shop and refit it. So that's how all the time that was supposed to be spent fixing other things got spent before shipping it out to the Netherlands.